This is currently the second most severe wildfire season on record, at least since we started tracking in the 80s. Canadian firefighting resources are strained. They are all actively engaged in firefighting, whether it's, resting and preparing to go back to the fire line or already on the fire line. And so that's why we do have to reach out to our international partners for support, mainly with personnel. There are days of rest, but it is very exhausting work and it does have impacts on mental health. And so we're very cognizant that our crews start to get tired, they may need a bit more rest. And so that's another justification for why we bring in more international resources to ensure that our Canadian firefighting personnel get the rest that they need.
Wildfire is normal, a natural occurrence in Canada, but the rate at which it's occurring, the number of intense wildfires, of how large they've become over the last few years, that is all new to us. The places where they're happening, so you mentioned Saskatchewan, Manitoba, but even this year in Newfoundland, they've had 100 more wildfires burning than they did last year and more evacuations than they have before. It's happening in places where it didn't really used to happen at this rate. Or the amount of evacuations are much higher than they used to be for places that before didn't feel this level of wildfire impact. Nova Scotia is being highly impacted, and they're already predicted to continue to have a very intense wildfire season for the rest of the summer and the rest of the season. And we just didn't talk about those provinces before. We didn't, it wasn't as common there. So to me, it's showing that climate change is a true driver in the wildfire intensity that we're seeing in Canada. We're not going to suppress our way out of these wildfire seasons. We really need to do a lot more to manage our forests, to reduce the impact of climate change, and better prepare the communities that are at risk.